Hey Time Slicers, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. I'm your host, Nikki Wildflower. I went from a basement apartment to a multiple seven-figure empire. Now I'm here to share how you can do it too.
Oops, sorry.
Why are you laughing? Good day, everybody. It is Nikki Wildflower, and welcome to season 4 of the Slice. Is it 4?
Yes.
We really did it because you know something? I read a statistic somewhere that like 98% of podcasts only do like, I don't know, I'm butchering this badly. Like
It's like 11 episodes. They do 11 episodes.
Well, we definitely made it past that. And now we're in season 4, which is like, and at this point, I think it's safe to say it's a habit. Now, the reason why I'm leaning so far over is because my microphone is like hella broken. And the only way that I can actually reach it is if I have a literal hunchback. I'm a shrimp in my chair.
I'm actually currently breaking my hip. And so...
Is it broken? So, listen, you guys, I was just talking to Jackie because I love doing this podcast, but I can't do it if I'm not having fun. I just can't at this point in my life. Remember, I'm in my Unhinged era. And so I told Jackie every time I try to have fun, like Jackie used to be funny. Every time I used to
be funny.
Yes.
Please.
Every time I try to have fun on this podcast, you try to reel it back in. And it's like, what the fuck is that? So like, we're just going to be, because you can be absolutely out of your mind and still a successful entrepreneur. So
it's a both and.
Yeah.
And I'm still funny. I'm still very funny. You're just missing that, I guess.
Maybe you just need like a couple of cocktails or something. Maybe we got to get...
We should do them at night instead, and I'll have a glass of wine instead of coffee.
So what we want to do this season, and we'll have some guests, like we'll bring some people on from the team as well. But like this season, we're inviting other people into the podcast and other business owners and stylists. Like everyone would be a business owner that would be on it. And it's going to be our role this season is in real time to basically have like coaching, consulting calls on the podcast and to really identify, because so many of us who are creatives have this shiny object syndrome, which I know that I talk about a lot, but like we got to reel that shit back in and figure out what is the one thing that if you were to change it would actually move the needle forward. So we want because so many of you, listen, I talk to probably 50 stylists a week, that no more. And everybody thinks that they're unique. And you are.
Everybody is unique. But
I'm not done. Your business is not, though.
I was like, don't, okay.
You're unique. Your business and your problems are not unique. So when you listen to it, other people are going to resonate with you. Some of them will be our current clients. Some of them will be not clients, just random people that we like found on the street.
Found on the street. Yeah, we're going to go around. We're just going to drive around. Hey, do you want a business?
Hey, are you a business owner? There's like, no, I'm just eating chicken nuggets. Like, what do you want from me?
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Okay. Are you the owner? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to interview business owners, help them find the easiest, not even the easiest, but like the thing that would help them scale, kind of like figure out what the problems are, help them scale, and honestly, just help them. We're going to have fun in the process because I'm really over just things being so serious. It just needs not to be.
It must not be so serious.
Because I've got clown energy running through my veins.
I ended up, you know what? The funny never left my body, but I had to learn how to compartmentalize so much that I almost like compartmentalized the
your personality.
My personality.
And she put her personality in a separate bucket.
And I used it over the weekend only, like outside of the workspace, because I'm like, I've got to compartmentalize the sillies right now. I got to fucking focus.
Because somebody told you that you can't be silly and successful at the same time.
Oh yeah, the world, like that's a societal like norm, I feel like.
Yeah, but who said? I'm like thinking about all the successful people that I know and trying to figure out if any of them are silly.
Everyone is silly. Okay, this is something that I've noticed. You know, silly TikTok videos or like the silly memes that people create, like the CapCut templates where it's like the Grinch doing something, whatever. Or even like the TV show. It's like this bit show. That silly guy. I don't remember the name of it. It's on Netflix. It's like they're short, almost like clips. I don't know. I can't remember. Someone's going to know what I'm talking about. It is literally so funny. And he just acts absolutely insane in public. Like that's kind of the whole theme of the show. He's like that really insane version that we each have of ourselves internally that we just hold in because we've got to like show up and like people got to take us seriously. We got to pay our bills and be business owners. But he on the show just acts absolutely unhinged, the way that we probably all want to sometimes. And the TikToks too are people's like weird internal thoughts.
And no one has had a unique experience.
So we're all like, oh, I guess I'm not alone and like twirling my nose ring because it smells kind of bad, but kind of good. Like people make videos about that on the internet.
That is so true. I said something. We were on a trip like last week, and I said something that was like oddly relatable to Becca, and we were like peeing because she was like, I have never put that into words before. I cannot believe that you just said that. So like someone said something like, well, I noticed that like sometimes when you talk to people, you don't make eye contact. And I was like, no, God, I don't want them to realize that I'm actually ugly. And she was just like, dude, same.
Yeah. So like we all have it. That's the thing. And we need to just learn how to blend it with all of it's true at the same time.
I do. I blend it very well. Sometimes I get too serious.
Yeah. You know what? You've been too serious before. Don't.
Yeah, I know.
And it didn't funny. So I'm pushing back.
I know it feels like we're overcompensating at this point. She's like digging into every bone in her body, trying to find the humor. She's like, what am I going to say next that is going to prove that I am funny, in fact?
This is very insane of you to do.
It's so crazy. I know. But no, you're still funny. It's in there. We just got to like have a little bit more fun with it. That's why Alyssa and I purchased and my wife purchased an entire retreat center to be silly at.
To be funny? Oh.
Yeah. I was like, this will be fun.
Okay.
So it's not just to be fun and funny, but like I realized how much I like to connect with people in person more so than just like over the internet, which I still like that. I still like the face to face, but I just feel like, I mean, I still like the internet. I think internet is good, but in person is better.
Mm-hmm. There's something a little bit more. Humans are made to be together.
That's what I'm
Humans
saying.
are made to be together. Yeah. Like this works in a sense. It does. Like there's a lot of amazing connections that can happen on the internet. And it's cool that we can have connections with people we probably otherwise wouldn't if the internet didn't exist. But like when people are together in person, like that's tingly because we are literally group animals. Like we were supposed to be together.
We're supposed to be gathering nuts together in the woods, and instead somebody locked us in a cubicle. So like, yeah, I like to be in person with people and make that connection. It really fills me up. So like to have that space and be able to curate experiences for people and teach them and learn and grow, like that's the shit that magic and dreams are made of. And so when I tell you that is genuinely why that space exists, I'm excited. So like one of the things people always say to us is like, oh, I love that you guys as educators are just like in here with us. And I'm like, what the fuck did you think? What did you think was going to happen? Like I was going to pop in for 2 hours thinking I'm like an actual celebrity and just like, I've made my opinion.
Oh, you mean people are like, I can't believe you're like chilling after
that you're just like in here chilling with us. And I'm like, I want to chill with you all day.
Yeah, don't put me on a pedestal. Come on now.
I hate that. So like, I'm like, you think that I think I'm a celebrity? Like I'm just a regular human who like, yeah, I have a lot to teach because I figured some shit out, but I'm not perfect. I shouldn't be on a pedestal, but I'm just like, it's so weird to me that anybody acts like that.
It's like, we all already have egos and pride, right? Because that's human nature. And it just like gets to people's head sometimes, like when, they get a lot of attention and people are looking at them all the time. We're innately self-centered. Humans just are, because we are the center of the universe, right? Like we are living our own experience. And so everything comes from like perceiving and projecting through our own eyes and brain.
I think I'm like a speck.
Right. Same here. I look at it. I'm like, a literal piece. I'm a grain of salt.
Like
A grain of sand is what I meant to say.
I'm no different than a squirrel.
In the grand
But
scheme of it, yeah.
in the grand scheme of it. So like, and I consider that a gift. I really do. But like,
Yeah,
I can't believe that anybody would just like, imagine if we did these in-person classes and I came out for like an hour and then was just like, I've made my appearance.
We're like, everybody, Nikki, Wildflower, and Melissa. Woo! And then you guys made a speech all serious and then walked out.
Thank you for coming.
Left.
Enjoy the remainder of your trip. No, I just can't do it. And because my actual goals in life are me being an activities director at a resort, and that's really what I wanted. And I don't know how the rest of this shit happened. I'm just, I'm incorporating that. I'm going to be the activities.
Doesn't know how the rest of this shit happened.
I know how
it happened. A little too hard, girl.
I girl boss like a motherfucker. Wait, I posted the other day, I accidentally became too important at work and it's ruining my life.
You ever girl boss way too hard and regret the decision, but now you're the CEO of a couple of companies. I don't know. No, but I agree. In person, I've got something cooking in Denver too for in-person opportunities. I can't really say much more than that because I've already said too much and I don't have the space solidified yet.
Are you like literally buying a fucking retreat center too? Like, are you just trying to?
No,
are you trying to...
It's not a retreat center, babe. I literally made an Instagram account. If anyone looks hard enough, they can find what the idea is. So.
I noticed you also made an Instagram account for this. I'm personally maxed out on my Instagram contributions, but very exciting.
I didn't make an Instagram for this. I used an Instagram that I already had and converted it to this. I had like 7 Instagram accounts and I'm like, I need one of these to not be me anymore. And I feel that this podcast is very valuable, very amazing, and now very fun. And so,
this is not going to be valuable, but at all, this episode.
Well, this is our pilot episode. Everyone knows, right? Like the first episode of any season of a show, and they're launching a new show or a new idea. Pilot. This is actually, that would have had to be season 1, episode 1.
Yeah, this is definitely not the pilot. This is just a waste of everybody's fucking time.
Okay, why don't you talk about the 5 key focus areas as a business owner?
That's what I'm going to do. All right. So no, it's not a waste of time if you think it's like even a little funny or entertaining. Okay. But I'm going to just give you some nuggies too, so that you can figure your shit out for your business. All right. So number 1 is that traffic. These are the 5 things that like
wait. Okay. I'm like, you need to explain what you're saying. Like,
okay. No, I'm going to, but I just looked down at my leg and it's like so hairy and my knees are so ashy that I was just like, you sick fuck.
Yeah. Cool.
And so I got super distracted by how grotesque I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were like, okay, I'm going to give you some nuggies. And then you like, you said nuggies. Then you dissociated for 1 second. And then you're like, okay, traffic. Like what?
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ready? Here we go. So number 1, there are 5 different things. Nope. I went too far again. There are 5 different areas of the business that like, if you were shut up.
I'm sorry.
If you were to change one of these things, Jackie.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Mute yourself. Go away.
Okay. But do you remember the time that I was trying to record my voicemail about like, hey, this is Jackie, and I peed my pants?
Yes.
I'm inching towards that. Like,
you're
slowly.
Inching towards that? Good. Okay. I need her to like go away because if I keep seeing her not being able to contain her laughter, she's off the screen. She's muted. It's good. It's good for all of us. Oh my God, she can't even breathe. Nothing's funny. She's nervous laughing at this point. So which I can relate to. So there are really 5 things in a business that are going to like move the needle forward. And when I say move the needle forward, what I really mean is like that are going to help it grow to the next level. Essentially problems, bottlenecks, something that is going to prevent it from going any further. And we should always be growing. Like if you don't want to grow, you wouldn't be here. And we know that. So those 5 things are And you have to be able to identify what those are. So when we have people like guests on the podcast, those are the 5, those are what we're going to identify and kind of give them action steps to fix so that they could grow to the next level. So the 5 things are really traffic. So like basically you could be super talented, you could be incredible, you could be amazing, give the best experience, and none of that matters if no one knows who you are. So if no one knows who you are and you just don't have the people reaching out, wanting appointments or anything like that, then your problem is probably traffic, right? So that's where 80% of your attention should need to be.
I like to say traffic and awareness because I feel like traffic, for me, it confused me when you first said it. I mean, I get it, but like traffic and awareness, right? Like here I am.
And even another term, leads. You need leads.
Lead. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Potential clients, leads, whatever it is. Number 2, conversion. Let's say you have plenty of traffic. People know who you are. You've got a lot of followers. You've got people reaching out all the time. You're running ads. People are reaching out, but they're not converting. They ask you the price and then they drop off and you can't get anybody to commit. And then you have a conversion problem. And that's what you need to be focusing on. Simply getting more of those clients to say yes to you and your services.
If you have 10,000 followers and your books are 20% full, you have probably a conversion problem.
Perhaps.
Or if you're having multiple conversations, right, with those 10,000 followers and nothing is coming out of it whatsoever,
then you have a conversion problem. Number 3, retention. If you have low retention, like you're losing, so your churn, your client churn, like more people are leaving than are coming in on like a 3-month schedule, basically, then you probably have a retention problem. And so what needs to be focused on mostly would be that, because if you constantly have more clients dropping off than you have coming in, you're going to have this revolving door and there's and there's a leak there. And if there's a leak and you don't stop the leak, you're never going to get ahead, or you're just going to be absolutely grinding for the rest of your life trying to get new clients. And if you have a retention problem, that's what 80% of your focus needs to go into, because either there's something missing in the client experience, the follow-ups, the booking process, like something there is off. Number 4 is pricing. So let's say you are booked solid, you're working yourself into the ground, but there's really no room left to grow and you're not making nearly what you should be making, then clearly something is off with your pricing. And that's where your focus needs to be in order to move the needle forward. Now, let's say you're really solid on the pricing. You just did a price increase. You're making great money, but you still have no more capacity. Number 1, you probably need to do another price increase. But number 2, efficiency. How can we make those services faster? What can we automate? What can we make faster? So for example, like with an extensionist, if they're booked solid with extension clients, let's say they're making like 30 grand a month, something like that. They raise their prices, everything's going well, but their extension and colors are taking like 5 hours. What if we can get that down to 2.5? That's going to open up more capacity for more of those high ticket clients. And you now have the capacity to double what you're doing, double your output. So, and then once you are maxed out on those things too, you obviously can build a team. And once you build a team, you're basically starting from scratch. One of those 5 things is going to be broken with the team.
Yeah.
So this is the never ending cycle that you will never get out of.
But it's always going to be one of the 5. Okay, I have to say, because another one that kind of confused me, just as a massage therapist, efficiency. I'm like, how does that happen for a massage therapist? You can't get faster at your services. So you said streamlining operations, right?
Yeah.
Could be a piece of that. Another bit, like another way that you can, and actually, I don't know if this would fall, I'm actually curious, Nick, if this would fall under the pricing category or the efficiency category, but like everything's going really well. It's not a shiny object decision, but you're creating like an ultimate experience that is like at a much higher ticket for the same amount of time. So let's just say someone creates like this, they add in all the works. It's like a deep relaxation sensory experience for the client with like sound bowls. I don't know, whatever they want to add into it. I mean, not all of it, but like they make a special experience where normally a 60-minute massage, let's just say, would be $125. They charge $200 per an hour for this. Like, is that what we're kind of like, would that be efficiency or would that be pricing? And
it's kind of both. So I think efficiency and pricing kind of, a lot of times there's a big overlap there. Like, how can we make more money in less time?
Yeah.
So I
Optimize
think,
the
yeah,
moments that we're
yeah.
here. Yeah.
So I think it kind of falls into both categories. And there are a lot of things with stylists too, like add-on services and stuff like that, that don't take a lot of time, but add massive amounts of value and bottom line. It kind of falls into pricing and it kind of falls into efficiency.
Yeah. These two feel very, very blendy.
Just like traffic and conversion are very blendy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So
Those
we're
are the
basically
things.
going to tell the people that come onto the podcast or help them discover what the fuck is wrong.
What the fuck is wrong? Or not, it's like not even wrong. A lot of them are already doing well. It's not like they're not, but it's just like what would need to happen to take it to the next level. That's all. And that will probably spark some ideas with other people too that are listening. Like, oh shit.
So in our mastermind, we do once a month this thing called Troika Consulting or Troika Counseling, whatever. There's a few names for it. And our clients are broken up. Our consulting clients are broken up into breakout rooms in groups of 3. And the exercise is like an opportunity for each person in the group of 3 to like share an issue that they're going through. And then go off camera and turn around and the other 2 to talk about that issue as though that person's not there. And the amount of like awakenings I feel like that even the person who did not present the problem had just through like talking through this problem, they're like, oh, you know what? I have this issue too, actually. And I would have never even thought about it in this sort of capacity. Like hearing other people's, especially in business, as a business owner, hearing other people's perspectives, problems, and then their problems get like possible solutions given. It is all this, like you will innately take things away from every episode, even if you don't think that you have anything in common with the person on the episode. Because maybe it's a mindset thing, and we've all got fucked up heads, you know. I mean, I'm constantly working on my mindset, and it's still a little messy out there. My therapist once said, "I'm curious, who's giving you an award at the end of every day for being the best person on earth?" I'm just curious. What award is it that you're aiming for? And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Like, why am I doing this? So listen, like those are the key things that are going to drive any business forward, really, regardless of the industry. There's really no getting away from that. We could find all the shiny objects in the entire world that excite us, but nothing is going to change the fact that these are the 5 things that move the needle forward in a business. So our job is to help you little ADHD muffins focus. Like shit.
Us ADHD muffins are going to help you ADHD muffins focus.
If I can do it, when I almost got kicked out of fucking elementary school for being out of my mind, then you can do it. Then you can do it. I'm like, no, you think you're the only person with ADHD on the planet? Jackie, how bad is my ADHD?
It's definitely top 10, one of the worst cases I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
No, it's like really bad. And you want to know what's so funny? Like, I just have so much working against me. I remember when I went to a psychiatrist when I was going through like peak mental health issues and when I was in my early 20s. And I had really bad OCD, like non-functioning OCD. And he said it was the worst case of OCD that he ever saw in 40 years. And I just started like howling, crying. I was like, that's what you're going to tell me? This is the worst thing you ever saw? There's no hope.
Talk about bedside manner. Talk about client experience.
Horrid. See, that's what happens when the insurance companies pay you.
Oh my God. Okay. I want to do, I have this idea that just popped into my head for the end of every episode, or maybe the beginning when we bring guests in, but like one icebreaker question. So if you could have any superpower, what would it be? And why?
I'd like to be able to heal people.
Ooh.
And myself.
Okay.
Maybe make people immortal.
I would never, I would be so mad if you tried to make me immortal.
I would.
I'm good.
If I were a vampire, I'd bite you.
So you want to be a vampire that heals people, basically?
Yeah, like I don't want you like your blood. I would drink the synthetic kind like they do in True Blood.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
fake. It's like fake meat for vampires.
Yep. Yeah, like vegan beef. Yeah, love.
So I would be like a vampire vegan. And
healer.
Yeah, but I would just like develop the self-control to bite people without taking it too far, you know?
In Vampire Diaries, some of them develop that strength too. It's possible. In Vampire World, it is possible.
Without taking it too far. It's like
it's just discipline, you know?
It's kind of like having the ability to like have 2 shots of tequila and just leave it there.
Have you ever played around and bit someone?
Yeah.
Am I alone in this thought? It's really hard to stop biting someone because it feels really good.
Okay, no. I cannot relate to that at all. This is not relatable content. I mean,
Okay,
I'm sure there's a niche for that, but it's not here.
Oh my God. Okay.
So, but okay, what would your superpower be?
Have you ever seen The Avengers?
No.
I'd want to be like Doctor Strange. So he time travels, but he's just I think I'd want to be a wizard or a witch. So like teleporting through like holes that I can create with my hand into other dimensions and other timelines, and maybe over to New York to give grandma a kiss on the cheek and then right back.
Oh, that could be so fun too.
Yeah. Teleporting. And then I think innately like wizard and witches, they can do spells to heal people too. And that's totally like in alignment for me.
You found a loophole?
I'm like, it's not one superpower. I want Doctor Strange's specific powers that he has, all of them.
I feel like that's not how that conversation goes. It's
fine.
more
Teleportation.
Okay, thank you. One superpower, not like I want to be a wizard who can do anything.
You got to be a vampire.
And the only thing that I can do is make people immortal. That's it.
And heal them.
Well,
by making them immortal. I see.
Like you're no longer dying because you're now immortal. So
yeah, but not everybody wants that. Have you ever heard of a DNR?
I'm going to be resuscitating for sure. So here's the deal. You want to come to the retreat and hang out with me? You can. You can come in February. We're going to have an in-person certification there in Colorado, in the mountains. You got to fill out an application because you can't come if you're mean. There's a link in the description. Apply. You know, get on the phone, see if it's a good fit. If it's not, who gives a shit? Not a big deal. Maybe one day it will be, but do it anyway. No better time than now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, get ready for the fun, and thanks for listening.
Ready for the shit show. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Slice Squad Spills. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback is going to help us improve and attracts more listeners to the show. Please share with your fellow time slicers. And hey, if you're ready to optimize your time and double your income, we've got you covered.